long have you been in the Cub Scouts?
Probably like 30 years.
What is your most favorite part of being a Cub Scout?
Well, what I love most is camping, go on field trips, build a pilot derby. You get to make a tent with your dad, make new friends. You get to get out and embrace nature.
Do you want to be in the Cub Scouts?
Yeah. Yes. There are other girls and they see the Cub Scouts doing things and they're like, I wish I could do that.
Do you think that there are things that boys can do that girls can't do?
No. 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 Not really. People think, oh, girls don't want to do that. But actually, it's really fun for some girls. You get to go to parks, you get to watch a bike, you get to pet a bug.
Do you like petting bugs?
Not really, but it was new to pet one. Boys, they can climb a tree, so why can't girls climb trees? I think girls are gonna enjoy being in the Cub Scouts because I think it's fun for everybody, not just boys. Welcome to the Cub.
My goodness, I could watch that video over and over again. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kimberly Kane. I am Executive Board Member of Three Harbors Council, and I will be your MC for this evening's program. During these unprecedented times, we are so thankful to have you with us for a special all-virtual Distinguished Citizens Award event. We are here tonight to honor Richard L. Schmidt, President and CEO of CG Schmidt, as this year's Distinguished Citizen. Rick has truly been a pillar in the Milwaukee community. You know, in his time at CG Schmidt, the firm has built numerous high-profile projects, including Columbia St. Mary's Hospital, the Milwaukee Art Museum, the Calatrava Addition, as well as the Northwestern Mutual Tower, all contributing greatly to the architectural landscape of Milwaukee. Rick has also given his time and his talent to help improve the lives of others in our community, volunteering with numerous nonprofit organizations, some of which we will hear from later tonight. This evening, we will also be highlighting Learning for Life, the character education program at Three Harbors Council, helping our young people achieve success both in and outside the classroom. To tell us more about this program, I'd like to introduce Andrew Harden, Scout Executive and CEO for Three Harbors Council BSA. Andrew, great to see you again.
Thank you, Kimberly, and thanks to everyone for being here this afternoon and attending our first ever virtual Distinguished Citizen Award presentation. As Kimberly mentioned, we're so thrilled to recognize Rick Schmidt for his leadership and his service to the Milwaukee community. Thank you, Rick. It's really great to see the opening video highlighting girls and Cub Scouts. It's been 3 years ago that we opened up our Cub Scout program for the first time ever to both boys and girls. And in February of this coming year, on the 111th anniversary of the Boy Scouts of America, we will be celebrating the inaugural class of female Eagle Scouts from across the country, including several here from Three Harbors Council. We are so much looking forward to celebrating with these outstanding new Eagle Scouts in February. As you can imagine, this year has been a challenging one with the pandemic going on and the challenges that it has presented to delivering our scouting program. But I'm so pleased to report that our program is continuing. It's through events like online merit badge clinics, Cub Scouts STEM activities, and even a new virtual winter camp over this coming Christmas break that our scouts are continuing their adventure and rank advancement, and they're continuing to have fun while learning skills to be prepared for life. I'd also like to share with you a little bit about the Learning for Life program, character education program of the Boy Scouts of America. Learning for Life is hands-on, in-school curriculum that gives students skills they wouldn't otherwise get in a typical classroom setting. Each lesson plan for Learning for Life is centered on the core values of respect and responsibility, honesty and trust, caring and fairness, self-discipline, courage, and citizenship. All wonderful core values that are key to our Learning for Life program. This school year, of course, our classroom programs are being delivered virtually. through our Learning for Life team and in partnership with many schools in MPS and also local private schools. These schools include Escuela View Elementary School in Walker's Point, Carter's Christian Academy, and the West Side Academy on the city's north side. In addition to Learning for Life programs, we are also thrilled to offer Exploring as a program for teenage boys and girls across our council. This program focuses on leadership skills, career training, and workforce development programs. Here locally, we have Explore posts that are focused on law enforcement, fire and EMS, and aviation-related careers. All of these program successes through Learning for Life are due largely to our partnership with United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County. And in recognition of that ongoing partnership, Three Harbors Council is pleased to donate a portion of the proceeds from the event this evening to support United Way. At this time, I'm going to turn it back over to Kimberly Kane so that we can continue with our program. Kimberly?
All right, Andrew, thank you so much. Great information. And it's an honor to be here supporting you and to support this event as well. At this time, I would also like to take an opportunity to give a special thanks to our sponsors this evening. We saw some slides early on with their names, but I think it makes a lot of sense for us to recognize each of you in person as well. So we want to recognize our dinner sponsor as We Energies, our gold sponsors as C.G. Schmidt, Robert W. Baird and Company, and PPC Partners, our silver sponsors, Badger Meter, Deloitte, Kaler Slater, and Lubar and Company. We also want to acknowledge our bronze level sponsors and all others who are supporting tonight's event. They're highlighted in the program booklet that you received prior to this event. Without your support, Scouting and Learning for Life would not be able to make the difference in the lives of thousands of young people in our community that we do have today. So thank you again very much. Now, I'm pleased to introduce Three Harbors Council Executive Board Member Bill Bergam for a special presentation this evening. Bill, great to see you again.
Likewise, Kimberly, thank you and good evening, everyone. I'm honored tonight to help present the Preby Family Foundation STEM Scholarship to one of our Eagle Scouts here at Three Harbors Council. The drive behind tonight's scholarship is to support higher education for Eagle Scouts who have chosen to pursue a career in the STEM-related field. The Preby Foundation is committed to supporting STEM education for the young people of our community. We are thrilled tonight to present a $10,000 scholarship to Aaron Prinz. Aaron is an Eagle Scout from Troop 580 in West Allis, Wisconsin. Since he was a young child, Aaron has excelled in STEM subjects. This passion led him to acquiring several STEM merit badges on the way to his Eagle Scout. In fact, Aaron far exceeded the 21 merit badges required for Eagle Scout. He earned 72 merit badges, which is the most as Scoutmaster David Lewson has seen in his 30 years of scouting. His talent in STEM led him to be a member of the Skills USA Club at West Allis Central High School and finishing 4th at the recent state conference in electronics technology. Aaron is currently pursuing a degree in electrical engineering at the Milwaukee School of Engineering as he works towards becoming the first members of his family to graduate from a 4-year college. It's so awesome, Aaron. We are proud to bestow this scholarship on such a worthy candidate. Aaron has recorded this next video to tell us in his own words what scouting means to him.
Hello, fellow Scouts, Scout leaders, and friends of Scouting alike. I'm Aaron Prinz, an Eagle Scout from Three Harbors Council and the recipient of the 2020 Preby Family Foundation STEM Scholarship. My time in Scouting has made some of the biggest impact in my life, not only by allowing me to develop as a person, learning problem solving and leadership skills, but also by allowing me to explore future college and career paths. The numerous merit badge clinics provided through Scouting has allowed me to cultivate my interests in STEM and STEM-related career fields through badges provided such as engineering, robotics, and digital technology. The mentoring I've received in Scouting is also very important to me. One example of which is my attendance at the National Youth Leadership Training. a week-long course which helps Scouts learn leadership through the aid and mentoring of Scout leaders. I attended NYLT the following year as staff because the program had been so impactful to me, and I felt the need to pass those leadership skills on to the future Scouts. Scouting has allowed me to travel the country with my troop and also interact and do community outreach, opportunities which I may have never had without Scouting. It also has allowed me to build connections with other people from different backgrounds who I may have never interacted with and build lifelong friendships. Thank you again for choosing me to receive this wonderful scholarship and opportunity.
Aaron, thank you and congratulations. Thanks for being a role model. Congratulations, and of course, we all wish you the best of luck at MSOE. We are here tonight to honor a leader and a friend of the community, Rick Schmidt. One of the 12 principles of the Scout Law, of course, is to be helpful. And Rick is the embodiment of this principle. Through his work with numerous nonprofit organizations in our community, Rick has demonstrated a deep appreciation for the importance of giving back to others. Tonight, we have two leaders of our community who can attest to Rick's passion for service. Carrie Wall, who is the president and CEO of the YMCA of Metropolitan Milwaukee, and the Most Reverend Jerome Listecki, Archbishop of Milwaukee. They've recorded videos for us to share with us their experience of working with Rick to improve the lives of others in our community. Let's listen to Carrie. Sounds like we're having some audio issues with the video. Cortland, is it possible to check that out?
Truly honored and excited to have been asked. Hello, my name is Carrie Wall, and I'm the president and CEO for the YMCA Metropolitan Milwaukee. I am both truly honored and excited to have been asked to talk about one of my favorite Milwaukee leaders, Rick Schmidt. When I spoke to Andrew Harden, he shared with me information about Boy Scouts of America, the Three Harbor Council, and the Distinguished Citizen Award. After hearing that this award is to recognize a distinguished individual who displays successful community or corporate leadership and actively supports civic endeavors, I commended Andrew and the council for choosing the most worthy individual that I could think of. You see, I have been blessed to work beside Rick Schmidt, who started as our Chief Volunteer Officer for the Milwaukee YMCA the same day I started as President and CEO. Together, we partnered to set a course for an important organizational mission that has been foundation of this community for almost 160 years. I can attest to you that Rick was the right man for the most important role as he led RY out of troubled times with a pivot on mission. And as our leader, we developed a new strategic plan. He also helped RY get back on track with what was much needed governance structure to assure this Y is here as we set us on a course to be here for the future. We need to be here for the future so that we can continue to serve kids, families who need us most. Rick Schmidt is the kind of leader who raises the bar for organizations and people. I know our board members and myself are better leaders thanks to Rick. He is the person you want if you need to get something done. He does it as a true professional who encourages and empowers everyone to engage. Rick Schmidt, true servant leader, who is not only supported by, but also partnered with his lovely wife, Nikki. And C.G. Schmidt, goodness, annually they receive many honors. And just recently they received Best Place to Work, MMAC Focus on the Future, Nonprofit Excellence for Corporate Citizen, Hard Hat Safety Award, and the list goes on. That takes commitment and passion through the entire company, but it starts at the top, and that's Rick. Just think about that. a company that celebrated 100 years building community, one brick at a time, but more importantly, becoming the fabric of this community by building leaders who love what they do and are representative of what that corporate responsibility is needed in this greater Milwaukee community. I'm not, never have been a Boy Scout, but I grew up with 5 brothers who were Boy Scouts, and my mom was a den mother. And now I have 3 grandsons who are Boy Scouts. So what I know about the Boy Scouts, besides, like the why, we are here to develop our youth, is the motto, to be prepared. I can honestly tell you, I don't know anyone that is more prepared to lead in this community than Rick Schmidt. I also know that a Scout aspires to be trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. These are all great values for anyone to live by. And you have chosen a man who models those values. To the 3 Harbor Council, I commend you for choosing such a worthy man to honor for your Distinguished Citizen Award. And to you, Rick, I'm honored to know you as our Y board leader, as a community leader, and as a business leader and my friend. Congratulations, Rick. It's well-deserved, and I salute you.
Hello, I'm Jerome Listecki, the Roman Catholic Archbishop of Milwaukee, and I'm honored to offer my congratulations to Richard L. Schmidt, Jr., this year's recipient of the Distinguished Citizens Award. The committee could not have chosen a more worthy recipient. Rick's a leader who embodies the characteristics of personal integrity and community service. I believe it is rooted in his deep faith and patriotic commitment. Tom Brokaw, in his book, The Greatest Generation, had a formula for success which was embedded in the lives of those who earned the title greatest. It was God, family, and country. Rick has adopted that formula, which places him among the modern greats. As a professional engineer, Rick understands the importance of building on a strong foundation to achieve the soundest structure. This is true, of course, around construction, but it is also true in life. So Rick has chosen the developmental areas which form the characters of young men and women who in a few short years must envision their own participation in our communities and will assume leadership roles in our society. Rick knows that they need to be citizens of sound character who will understand the importance of giving back and contributing as good neighbors. So Rick has offered his time, efforts, and resources to various organizations that build character: the Boy Scouts of America, Junior Achievement, Marquette University, Pius High School Project, Lead the Way, YMCA of Greater Milwaukee, the Strong Kids Campaign, St. Francis de Sales Seminary, and numerous boards of the Archdiocese of Milwaukee. And that's just to mention a few. The remarkable aspect of Rick Schmidt is that if there is a need, Rick will find the time. He never seems to be too busy to lend a hand to support a needy cause or collaborate with others for the common good. A true leader leads by example, and Rick Schmidt's family is fashioned in the same spirit of generosity that marks his personality. His wife, Nikki, is often at his side and supportive of his humanitarian efforts, and she herself is dedicated to several worthy causes. They have raised their sons, Ryan and Brad, in the tradition of scouting. Both boys became Eagle Scouts, highest achievement in scouting. They carry their formation as they continue to serve their community. On my own honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. As a former Scout myself, I have never forgotten my oath, mindful that these words challenge our responsibilities. Rick lives these words as they are reflected in his daily life. As a spiritual leader, I can personally testify that Rick Schmidt has never forgotten his duty towards God. What motivates his action towards our brothers and sisters is the command given by Jesus to love neighbor as self. Rick has often been selfless in his service, not seeking recognition, but only to return the gifts bestowed upon him. Think about it. Even in this award, Rick is directing his attention to raise support for the Three Harbor Council's Learning for Life in-School Character Education programs. A respected business and civic leader, a loving father, and a committed man of faith, Rick uses his skills as an engineer to build a better community, confident that given the right foundation, young men and women will contribute their efforts to construct a world with a bright and sound future. His vision is worthy of our attention and support. I am grateful to the Three Harbors Council and the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and the Waukesha County in their services to youth through Learning for Life and for recognizing my friend, Richard Schmidt Jr., for his contribution in building a more responsive society through his leadership and dedication to the formation of our young. So I say to all of you, God bless you for your good efforts.
Thank you so much to both of you, Carrie and the Reverend Jerome. Thanks for those thoughtful words. And nice job, team, rolling with the technology. We're all finding new ways to interact with technology these days. Now it's time for the presentation of the Three Harbors Council Boy Scouts of America Distinguished Citizen Award. We are thrilled to be able to honor Rick Schmidt as this year's recipient. Rick currently serves as the president and CEO and chairman of C.G. Schmidt, a leading construction management firm here in Milwaukee. Prior to joining C.G. Schmidt, Rick worked with Payne & Dolan Incorporated, where he served as vice president and regional manager. He received a bachelor's degree in civil engineering from Marquette University in 1980. C.G. Schmidt is a fifth-generation family-owned firm founded in 1920 and is celebrating its 100th birthday this year. Happy birthday. The firm has built numerous high-profile projects in and around this area, including the Milwaukee Art Museum Calatrava Edition, Milwaukee Public Market, Columbia St. Mary's Hospital, on and on, UW-Madison South Campus Union, and Northwestern Mutual Tower. We drive by these gorgeous buildings, and it's fantastic to know, that Rick and his company were behind these. Rick serves on several nonprofit boards, as we heard, the YMCA of Greater Milwaukee, he's a past chair, Medical College of Wisconsin's Cancer Center Board, past chair, the Legatus of Milwaukee Board, he's a president, Seton Catholic Schools, Milwaukee Zoological Society, and the Pabst Mansion. So he's extremely involved in the community, as has been described, and that list is really impressive. Rick and his wife, Nikki, together served as co-chairs of the Catholic Stewardship Appeal for the Archdiocese of Milwaukee. They have two grown sons, Ryan and Brad, who again are both Eagle Scouts and are also building their legacy at C.G. Schmidt Incorporated. Earlier this week, Three Harbors Council's Scout Executive Andrew Harden and Executive Board Member Rich Galling presented Rick with the award at the C.G. Schmidt offices.
Good evening. I'm Rich Galling, Executive Board Member and past President of Three Harbors Council. And it's my privilege to present the Distinguished Citizen Award to Rick Schmidt, along with Scout Executive Andrew Harden. This is a special award that Three Harbors Council, PSA, has presented annually since 1987 to recognize exemplary leaders in the Milwaukee corporate and civic community. Rick, we are honored to recognize you as our 2020 Distinguished Citizen. We celebrate the example you are for young people like those we serve in our Learning for Life and Scouting programs. You are an outstanding example of what servant leadership looks like in our community. And now it's our distinct honor and pleasure to present to you the Three Harbors Council Boy Scouts of America 2020 Distinguished Citizen Award. Congratulations, Rick.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sure.
My dad really cares about the community. The mantra for C.G. Schmidt is creating exceptional facilities that improve the lives of others, and he really believes that. That's not just a slogan to him.
He's kind of a natural leader. It started when he was in college. He was elected president of his fraternity. He's always been a person that other people look up to.
I think he's genuine. I mean, a lot of people that you meet don't necessarily come across as genuine as he is. He cares about his family. He cares about his church and his faith, his employees, his company.
He donates his time. He serves on a number of boards. He also volunteers quite a bit.
Every time I give him a call on the weekends, he's usually signed up for some sort of event to give back.
I never heard him say no, especially when it came to a request to help.
For scouting, when we were growing up, he always, I think, took pride in helping us with different projects that were going on through scouting.
It meant a lot that he took the time out of his busy schedule, which I'm sure he was extremely busy, but to come in and help me succeed in the Scouts was a great thing.
As parents, they believed in the program and saw their boys go through the program completely.
He really instilled in me the value of hard work and to work for everything that you have.
He's kind of taught me not to cut corners in life. If you're going to do something, if it's worth doing well. And I think he's kind of lived by that throughout his career.
A very positive person to be around, but also very direct and able to accomplish things. I think he sets the example, and I think that's key for good leaders.
He has a real passion for helping people.
Thank you for this great honor. It's completely unexpected, and I'm extremely humbled. For the sake of full disclosure, I've never been a Boy Scout. I grew up in rural Washington County where there just weren't Boy Scout troops nearby. But my two sons, Ryan and Brad, were. And as they grew up, my wife Nikki and I became involved in scouting. Our sons joined Troop 71 in Brookfield, and Nikki and I helped in various capacities, including wreath sales, merit badges, and supervising at various camp outings. Later, I was asked to serve on the board of the Potawatomi Area Council, where I was able to see all the benefits that scouting made available to the youth in our communities. Ryan and Brad both eventually obtained the rank of Eagle, and I can't express how proud I am of the men that they've become. I'm grateful for the influence scouting had on them, and I too have been blessed with great influence and two very significant mentors in my life. The first was my previous boss, Ned Bechtold, the former CEO of Payne & Dolan, who received this same award in 1998. The second was my father, Richard. They both have passed, but I still carry with me their lessons. They both demonstrated to and instilled in me the obligation to give back to the community. Our mission at C.G. Schmidt is to create exceptional facilities that improve the lives of others. The mission of scouting is to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetimes by instilling on them the values of the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. The outcome for both organizations is the same. They help us build stronger communities. This has been a challenging time for all of us due to the COVID-19 pandemic. There are many local leaders who continue to selflessly do what needs to be done. I'd like to recognize all those in our community who give of their time, their talents, and their treasure to serve others. But there's still much to be done to encourage future generations to give back through volunteering and financial support. I'm not sure that I'm deserving of this award, but I deeply appreciate the nomination and this recognition. I wish for a bright and successful future for the Boy Scouts of America, and I'm hopeful that my grandchildren too will reap the rewards of scouting's many benefits. So thank you, God bless, and stay well.
Rick, congratulations. And I think everyone here agrees that you certainly deserve the award. Congratulations again. Your dedication to making a difference in the lives of others is really worthy of this recognition. So I would like to extend a thanks to all of our sponsors this evening and to the committee for their hard work in bringing this event together, and certainly give a sincere thank you to each of you for making this a memorable evening for Rick and for supporting Three Harbors Council's Learning for Life program. We may not all be in the same room together this evening. We may not be able to see each other in person as we might usually do, but we can all celebrate exceptional leaders like Rick Schmidt and organizations who are developing leaders like the Scouts. So on that note, if you'd like to make a contribution to the Learning for Life program tonight, that would be welcome. You can do that at this time by clicking on the link that we'll put in the chat box at the bottom of your screen. Any support for the development of leaders, the Learning for Life program is truly appreciated. This concludes our program. So thank you again so much for attending and supporting Three Harbors Council BSA. Have a great evening.